Hi there. I'm glad to be part of Savour Online this year. As we had no Savour Kilkenny, we are doing it online. Now I'm doing a recipe today, and I will be for the next 8 weeks be doing a recipe every Tuesday at 3 p.m. So look on our website and you'll actually get the video. It's going out live there every Tuesday. Today what I'm going to do is, because it's the farthest away day, and we're going to make a Christmas cake. Now the thing is that a lot of Christmas cakes have to be made in advance, and maybe 2 or 3 months in advance. Now you have 6 or 7 weeks here, so that will actually do you finely. So I'm going to do a simmer and stir one because it's easier for mothers that are busy. Everybody is busy, I suppose, at the moment, but anyway, for those of you that are busy, this is a great one to have. Now in this here we have some fruit, about a pound and 12 ounces. We have brown sugar, we have chopped nuts, almonds in particular. We have some butter, and and we have the flour here. That's another flour over there. And we have the juice and rind of 2 oranges and 2 lemons. You need a 20 centimetre tin buttered, and that's how it looks. And baking time is about 2 to 2.5 hours. So very simple, you're not cooking this for hours. People don't, it's kind of like a boiled fruit cake in itself, but it's just a whole different sort of flavour from it. Now I'm not actually icing this, I'm going to do it with fruits afterwards, so I'll show you how to actually finish it off. So first thing what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the butter and the orange and lemon juice. I'm going to get it here. So we're actually going to put it into the saucepan here. So that's the butter. This is the orange and lemon juice. This is the brown sugar. So we're going to put all those in there, and we're going to let them melt down. It'll take a few minutes just to melt down there. I'm just going to get my wooden spoon at that there. So here we are with my pot, and I'll be low heat in just a few minutes to actually show it as soon as it melts down. Now, if you want to, you can use light brown sugar. I'm using the dark muscovado sugar, but you can use the light one if you don't like it too dark. We're also going to use in this some cinnamon and some mixed spice, and you can put in a bit of allspice if you want to as well, and a bit of nutmeg as well if you want to. So whatever you have available at the particular time. But the allspice actually is quite nice in it. We have some almonds here which we've chopped up, and you can put them in. But if you want to just go into the supermarket and get a bag of almonds that are actually available, just sort of put in the slivers. So it's totally up to yourself what you want to actually put in there. Okay, so here we are with the, whoops, haven't quite melted yet, just take a few minutes more. And then, just turn it up like this. I'm just going to wait until that comes to the boil. Now, be careful when you are actually that you do melt right down the butter, and don't go away from it and leave it, because what would actually happen is the butter and the sugar could start browning and burning on you. So I don't want you losing beautiful ingredients just for the sake that you haven't been sort of watching something. So we're going to put that, we're nearly there now, okay, and I showed you, and then we're going to put in all this fruit. Now you can put in some brandy or brandy syrup or whatever you like, whiskey, whatever you have available, you can put that into it too, and that's great to give it a bit of flavour. Now I'm using a couple of tablespoons in it, but when it comes out then I'm going to put a few more tablespoons sort of on it. Now I have one that we've made earlier as usual, and we'll show you what to do with that when we get to the next stage. So yeah, just there, okay. So this is that's melted. You can see there, that's melted, and then we're going to put in the fruit here. Okay, into the pot here. And again, we're going to simmer and stir it. Now you want to do it for 4 or 5 minutes just to make sure that it's well sort of simmered up. And then what we're going to do is we're going to get our eggs. So I'm going to leave that there for a second while it's simmering away. And then we have some eggs here, and we're going to whisk those up as well. So we whisk that there. Okay, so we're going to beat these up. Just 3 eggs in that there. Now, when this is actually baked and you take it out of the oven, you leave it in the tin to go cold. And then after that, what you're going to do is you're going to put another bit of brandy through it. You're going to wrap it in a double layer of greaseproof paper, and then you can wrap it in tin foil. Store it in a cool, dry place. I don't want it in a warm kitchen, so if you have a pantry or something like that that's cold, or a utility room or something like that that you can put it into. That's why we put it in as well. And then you can take it out on Christmas Eve, a few days before Christmas Eve if you want to, and you can just put fruits on it. If you want to put almond paste on it, that's fine too, and fondant over it. If you're making almond paste, use equal quantities of castor sugar and ground almonds and an egg yolk, and then just make sure it's not too much when you do it. But a lot of people are not mad into the icing anymore, so that's why I'm making an easier one for you today. So here we are, about 10 minutes now we have had this cooking there. So we're going to put in the brandy, or whatever you have, either cherry brandy actually inside that there. And I'm going to stir this around here. So now, 10 minutes, can you see what you have there? Okay, perfect. So we're going to put it back into the bowl here. The smells of this here, I love the orange and lemon smell. And I love Christmas cooking and everything about it because it's just this amazing waft of smells. And then we're going to add our eggs. Okay, then cool down a little bit before you add the eggs in. Just mix it around the bowl. The bowl will be cold, so then you're going to add the eggs. Okay, you're going to beat them up. And then we're going to add some of the spices. Don't be over generous at the same time. You don't want them too spicy. But anyway, this is some mixed spice that I'm putting in there. Okay. About a teaspoon, a half teaspoon nutmeg. You can grate it in, or you can get it and push it. Now, can I just say one thing to you about spices? If you have a bit of spice left since last Christmas in the cupboard, just throw it out and buy a new one. Not that I am wasteful, but the thing about it is that the flavours are gone off it. So if you're going to spend money making a cake, make sure you have the right spices into it. Then a bit of cinnamon as well. Sort of maybe half a teaspoon would be really good there. So there's your 3 spices. Then we have the almonds are actually going in here. So now you can see what we have. We have a lovely bowl of mix here. And then finally, I have my flour sieved in here. I sieved it in earlier. There's my flour gone in there as well. Oops. All that out there. And we're just going to stir in the flour there. And you see we have our lovely Christmas cake ready. Now it just takes, the biggest thing is cooking it and weighing out the ingredients, but other than that it's such an easy recipe to do and a very tasty recipe as well. Now with the mixed fruit you can put in cherries and mixed peel and anything you have, anything you want to make up the pound and 3/4 that we're actually using on this here. Take that out. I have my tin lined here and I'm going to start pouring this into the tin, into my here. Now you don't have to make a well in the centre of this here because it's a different type of cake, so you don't have to do that at all. So, oops, put that in there. Right. Take out the last little bit then with the spatula. So there we are, put that out there. And then I'm going to show you, we're just going to smooth out the top. You don't have to put a hole in the centre. Smooth out the top. And then I'm going to put it into a low oven, about 120, 130 for about 3/4 of an hour or an hour, and then after that I'm going to reduce the heat down to 120. But it only takes about 2.5 hours, so it's not like your regular Christmas cake, so make sure that you don't sort of overcook it. So that's ready then, and we'll stick that in the oven for a few minutes. So we take this out of the way here as well. And here is the one that we made earlier. Oops. And there it is. We have, I dried some lemons and some oranges last night. So basically, if any of you have what would I say, an ad or Rayburn is standing, you can stick them in the bottom of the oven. For the rest of you, put them into a low oven and let them cook away there for maybe 120. You probably want to guts of 8 hours sort of. So maybe if you go to work in the morning, stick them in and they'll be ready in the evening then when you come home. Okay, so I'm just going to put, this is quarter pots apple jelly. So I'm just putting a little bit on the top here. So these will actually grab onto it. So a little bit around there, whoops. There we go here. So these will all stick in here. And the thing as well is that if it's a thing that you have a family then that's not mad on ground almonds, making fun or making a topping, so you could actually put on a bit of fondant icing as well if you like it, but the almond icing may not be a favourite of all the children in the house, so this is an easy one. So what we're going to do first of all is we're going to cut these down here, these figs. So you see our lovely figs here, so we're going to put those like that. Then we're going to elongate this here around, so we're going to put kind of an orange and a lemon, and an orange and a lemon, all the way around until we get around to the front there. Whoops. And then put another one here, and there you go, and another one. And then we can put another fig in as well. Put another one here, and we put another one here. So that is your lovely, and if you want to then you can tie a nice bow all around it or something like that. If you want to put on a tiny little bit of holly as well onto your plate, that's really good as well. And there you go, that is our lovely Christmas cake, and instead of actually having it iced, we've done it with fruits. So get going, get it making, and next week we're going to see you with the Christmas pudding.